Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Don't mind the garage, it's a little bit of a mess. I'm still trying to get things organized. I've moved stuff around and my garage is a mess. But I think I have become, I've started to become a little obsessed with certain things. And we ended up with a new toy. I have a snowmobile problem. Now this snowmobile is a 2019 RMK Pro, and it's only the 800. This sled is actually to replace the powder special that we had. It was a 2001 powdered special that we sold, I think, at the beginning of this winter. And we came across this sled, and it is actually a 2019, which is nice. It's a newer sled, lower miles, I think 1,100 miles on it or something like that. It's been rode, so it's a little beat up. I paid half of what I would have paid for a sled that was in almost perfect shape. I went over things. There's scratches in paint. A-arm's got a little scratch. Bumper's scratched up a little bit. Plastics are in really good shape. It starts first, second pull every time. Of course, I can't buy a sled without some damage, so it's got broken taillight. It also has broken scratchers, which, not surprising, those type of scratchers are metal and they're stiff, so if you back up, which these sleds have reverse, if you back up, you bend them or break off those scratchers. But I've ordered a new taillight, so we can put that on, and I have bought reversible scratchers, so I can put the scratchers down, leave them down, not have to worry about it, can go forwards, backwards, not a problem, all of that. It works great. So, we have a couple things we need to do. Like always, when we buy these sleds, I like to tear them apart, make sure that everything's inside of it is in good shape, nothing major, bad leaks or anything like that. We're going to find oil. With these two strokes, exhaust leaks and all of that, oil gets everywhere. But these sleds come apart pretty easily. All the hood pieces, side panels, all that stuff's in really good shape. No crack. I mean, you got little wear and tear on it, but A-arms look good. So I think we ended up with a really good sled, kind of for a backup. I still have the Arctic Cat. Haven't sold it yet, so it's going to be a backup sled too. But I think we need to tear into this sled and just kind of look things over, make sure we have everything in good shape. And then we'll replace that taillight and we'll get those reversible scratchers on, and we should be able to take it sledding. So last couple weeks we've had some pretty good snow. I think we're trying to get up to sled some more, but it's just not happening. But let's get this sled ready. Let's tear it apart, make sure everything's good, put all the parts on, and maybe we can get some sledding videos with this sled. So I got the taillight installed. Just a couple screws, plug and play, not a real big deal. Fairly easy to replace. Scratchers are in. They're all set up. I think that's kind of where they need to sit, because once they start being pulled back like that, they'll straighten out. Both sides are about the same. They're a little bit of a pain to put back, but got the scratchers in, tail lights done. So now what I think we're gonna do is I need to take off panels, take the hood off of both side panels, and we'll go through and look at how everything looks, if we've got any major issues right offhand that we can see, or if it's ready to go sledding. So let's get those covers off and then do some inspections. And then I've got some greasing to do on the track, and we can throw it on the trailer and be ready to go sledding. Well, got the panels off, so here's what we've got. We have a stock, fully stock, 2019 Polaris RMK. It is bone stock. There is actually no aftermarket parts on it whatsoever. There's no belt drive. It's all chain case still, so we'll have to check the chain case oil. Stock exhaust is on it. I mean, everything is stock exhaust. Sorry, everything on this thing is as stock as it comes. So no modifications. Maybe down the road we'll start doing some modifications. Maybe put an aftermarket can on it. Some other things, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it that far. As a backup sled, we really don't need a whole lot. Dylan and I are just awkward. We have to have turbos. Don't ask us why. We just like turbos. So for a backup sled, this is actually pretty nice. Things don't look as... I'll have to get a light here. Things don't look as bad as I would think. Plus, it's going to be easier to go over all of this stuff because of the simple fact that it is stock. So right now, we have chain case oil, which I am not 100% sure how to check. I might have to look up how to check the chain case oil on this thing, because I'm not sure. Doesn't look like there's like an inspection spot or anything like that, so I'll have to look that up. A stock exhaust with a heat shield on it. Not a whole lot to inspect there. Oil coolant reservoir looks good. All in all, like I said, see down at the bottom, you probably can't see all of that, but down in the bottom of this sled, in the belly pan, there is a spot where looks like some oil's built up in there. But that's to be expected by the looks of it. It also looks like the exhaust, I don't know, you can probably see it right there where I'm shining the flashlight. Looks like it's been splattered with oil, so the head gasket or the exhaust gasket might be leaking a little bit, and it's just blowing some oil down into the belly pan of this thing. But right now, oh, sorry, I covered you up. Oh, right now, everything looks pretty good, minus a rag. Not sure why a rag's in there. Hopefully it's not covering something up that's bad, but rag doesn't look like it's in bad shape. It just looks like he may have left the rag behind. All in all, it looks like, inspection-wise, everything looks fairly clean. Everything looks really nice. So, I'm not seeing anything. Oh, you guys can't see nothing either. Nice job there, Todd. We look like we might be okay on this inspection. Things might look like they're doing okay. That bag looks in a okay spot. Belt, see right here, if you can, let me see if I can. So right here, if you look right here, there looks like to be like it's a little bit wet, and that's the intake for the engine. And it kind of, the two cycles, they just kind of bleed oil everywhere. It's just something that happens with two strokes. It doesn't matter whether it's a dirt bike, a snowmobile, whatever. It just seems like it's just always seeping oil. That doesn't look too bad. I think we're in good shape. I don't think I see anything that's really anything to worry about. Broke my flashlight. But I think our inspection looks kind of good. So now all we got to do is we just have to put some grease on the track. I'll have to double check some things because I'm pretty sure I haven't showed you anything, because you can't see anything with the camera. But I gotta check some other things, grease the track, and it'll be ready to be put on the trailer. Just finished up putting the sled back together, getting the wires cleaned up. I've got the panels on, I've got the track all greased up, ready to go. I did a little bit of cleanup on these bars. Like I said, I moved the kill switch down here. Dylan and I just like to have it down there a little bit more than up on top, because there's been too many times we've been thrown over the handlebars and it shuts the sled off. So I think that's where this is going to end. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. It really helps out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next Wednesday.